An attorney representing families in this case fears the abrupt closure may be an attempt to avoid transparency, and he says the former employee worked at this location for 2 years longer than the company acknowledged.
There was information put up by BrightPath indicating that he had only worked there since January of 2022. That is untrue. He has been working at that facility since January 2020, although technically there were some ownership changes, but that doesn't take away the fact that he was there, and we know what he's done now.
Whether or not that lapse in accuracy was intentional, Freeman law firm attorney Eric Schoenberg says it gave some families a false sense of security. The rooms are empty, the toys idle in buildings 7 and 8 at BrightPath Avon Childcare Center. It was a Saturday, but it's going to stay that way after the center closed 2 of its 4 buildings 3 weeks earlier than planned on Friday. This comes after even more sexual assault and risk of injury to a child charges were brought against former employee Jan Carlos Barrios Otero. Schoenberg says the number of victims still continues to increase.
We are still hearing from more and more families that have been affected by the situation. In the last 72 hours, I've heard some of the most disturbing stories that I have yet.
Schoenberg believes Barrios Otero could have committed a litany of crimes over the course of his 6 years at the child care center. The 29-year-old was arrested March 31st after he was seen on camera sexually assaulting one of the victims. 5 victims have been identified by police, and Schoenberg says more have come forward.
This was a very widespread problem. This was not one child. It was never one child. I've said that from the beginning. It's not 5 children. It's more.
Barrios Otero is being held on a $3 million bond. Schoenberg says the parents of 36 children at the center have had to scramble to get childcare plans made for Monday. He says the nature of the alleged crimes and number of victims makes this the most disturbing case in his career.
It's been very hard trying to speak to these parents and assure them that this isn't their fault. Many of them are blaming themselves. They shouldn't be.
Employees at BrightPath Avon declined to be interviewed. The property management company Riverdale Farms also declined to comment on the daycare's lease. All employees who worked at the Avon location since January 2020 are sought for any details they can provide. Schoenberg believes some may have previously raised concerns about Barrios Otero.
I know that it was hard for you while you were there, specifically if you had issued complaints about this individual, but your voice is being heard now. Even though you were silenced before, we are here to hear you. Please let us help you.
Attorneys have asked both current and former families and employees at this location to come forward if they have any information about this case. In Avon, Tim Littau, Fox 61.